calm down, cause he just wanna learn something, so I teach him something. I am the one that teach. Call me 10 wins and 20.
Can't see forever, right? So what?
Actually, it can see all the way to the moon.
Well, yeah, but you're looking up through a less dense atmosphere, not through layers of really dense atmosphere, right? So, like, the boat will look like it disappears, but you can zoom in and bring it back. So what that proves is, it'll look.
Okay, I want to see that though.
Just a second, bro. What? Just a second, bro.
Doesn't happen.
How come what doesn't happen?
This is zoomed out, P900, looking from Antelope Island to Great Salt Lake, or Salt Lake City. So this is fully zoomed in. You zoom out, how come it doesn't get bigger or smaller?
Get bigger. It's getting smaller.
So why does this happen?
Because of angular resolution.
You can go to Antelope Island tomorrow and see this for yourself.
This doesn't help. This helps us.
How?
Because it's changing based on angular resolution. When you zoom out, it's called angular.
Nathan Oakley shit, dude.
So you know who Nathan Oakley is?
I've been around the.
So then why would you think that this proves the Earth's a ball? Are you saying that this proves the Earth's a ball?
No, this proves your bullshit.
What?
This proves your bullshit.
How?
How does it not?
Because
show me the curve.
Okay, let me explain it.
Then, okay.
I won't tell. I can tell that you're going to interrupt a lot. That's why you interrupted our conversation.
Takes the fun out of it.
Exactly. Right.
I've emailed him before to go on Modern Day Debate. He always tucks his tail.
I have 100 people a week email me, bro.
He comes to people like you and tries to trick you. It's absolute bullshit.
Honestly,
Then why do you have to keep interrupting me?
I'm just having a good time.
Okay, so when something moves in the distance, you visually can't see it anymore on a flat surface, right?
Something moves.
I know.
Yeah, if something gets too far away on a flat surface, but I'm asking you a very. This is what global. This is. You think I'm scared to debate you, but
27 miles away. Why does this happen?
What happened?
You go up on the causeway.
Everything we've been told is
You
a
start to
lie.
see more of the
Either
buildings.
these things.
That's what happened on a flat
I'll
Earth.
go with you tomorrow.
Because you increase your angle. You increase your angle of view.
Oh, okay. So 300 over 400 feet is obstructed by the level water of the Great Salt Lake.
Okay.
How does this happen?
Okay, so is it always obstruct the same amount of the buildings every day? No, it changes day to day. Right. So it's just the atmosphere.
Never see it all.
Oh, okay, so it's not the Earth curvature. No, what? That's going strong, man, fallacy. Yeah. Okay, so
Listen, I was one of the first.
they were open-minded, right? Like,
You're trying to convince people bullshit.
no, I'm telling them facts. You're interrupting.
Talk to people who are ignorant about
Then why do you have to
subject.
interrupt?
You won't come and talk to me like
I'm talking to you right now, live. I'll destroy you in a debate.
Let's do it.
Okay, so
How about let's do it? Let's go to Antelope Island tomorrow. You gonna be around?
what?
Let's go to Antelope Island tomorrow. You gonna be around?
No, I'm traveling. I have to go to Denver. Like, I didn't know you emailed me. I got thousands of emails, man. Right, and a lot of the Glovers that email me are very toxic. Okay, so like, I don't disagree with that. Okay, right. I don't give them time. Right, I debate anyone that's at least cordial. I don't debate toxic people, just out of principle. Okay, but look, if something moves really far away in the distance, it'll disappear on a flat surface. It's just like railroads. It's like the street lights. No, look, you can look at the street lights right here. So if these go down further,
We're not on a flat surface.
that's not flat.
We're not on a flat surface, dude.
So you're saying
You can't explain
But
this.
we are.
You can say angular
We're a blip.
resolution
Okay.
because Nathan Oakley did.
We're a very high.
you think I listen to Nathan Oakley? I debated Nathan Oakley.
Matter.
I debated Nathan Oakley
Oh, about what?
about electrostatics.
Okay,
Well, I
these
matter.
are
We all
things that
matter.
you don't
This moment
understand.
matters because it carries energy.
You can't just say
We're made up
things.
entirely of energy. All of this
Learn
is
the flat
energy.
Earth nonsense, then you come out and you talk to people who are ignorant.
Is angular resolution real? Yes or no?
No, I respect.
Can you define it? What is it?
Einstein needed to know. Like Aristotle, he needed to know.
This is what.
See, this is why you shouldn't debate me, bro.
This is what, oh,
That
because
drive
you're gonna
to know.
define things. You're gonna say,
But-
oh, go.
Well, when I
define
say the
things.
answer is angular resolution and you say no, it's not, but then you don't know what it is, then your argument's inadmissible.
So things get smaller as they go
That-
away.
that's how
Yes.
They do not become obstructed
But
from
I've
bottom
also
up.
come
So that's your argument.
Just like the sun. So let's do your
And I've
angular
learned to let
resolution
go
with the sun.
Yeah.
So throughout the day, you can take it as it's coming up, all the
So
way
believe
at
it,
solar
if that
noon,
feels like it
with the
resonates.
solar filter,
Yep.
and as it sets.
Debunks the
Doesn't
globe.
change in angular size.
Like when
Does
I
it?
realized we didn't live on
Who said it would change in angular size?
Well, everything does. That's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
like,
Well, no, because you have to account for what the sun is and the atmosphere that it's in and how far away it is. What are you talking about? So you're saying that
Do you believe this shit?
Wait, are you saying that that because that the sun doesn't change in angular size in the solar filter that the Earth's a ball?
Like that.
Is that your argument?
That's a non sequitur. I'm
that's your argument.
talking about angular resolution in the sun.
Right.
That's fair.
Acknowledge
Okay.
it.
Okay. So we
Why
have
doesn't it change angular size?
because it's so far away.
Oh.
Yes.
It's getting further away on a flat Earth, correct?
And actually, there is pictures of it changing.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
The solar filter.
There's yeah.
Are you talking about Dirt? Who has a drone that goes up and it's totally
No, we've used solar filters. And every time we do, you know what the globe earther said? That the solar filter wasn't good enough. That's what you guys say.
Yeah, because a solar filter is a solar filter. It blocks out everything.
Do you know? I have 5 of them in the car. 5 of them. How many of you bought and tested the Earth with? How many solar filters have you purchased that cost hundreds of dollars? Okay.
I made it myself.
You made it yourself. Okay, so whenever we look, so if I show you a footage with a solar filter that shows that the angular size changes, right?
So that just debunks you. You just had an argument just before.
You're not
you
listening.
just said, oh no, it doesn't change in angular size. But
No, I'm saying why would it have to change? Did you know your model claims it does change over the year, right?
So what would convince you?
Physical measurement of curvature.
So me and Jesse Kozlowski went on the Great Salt or Bonneville Salt Flats, which are supposed to be flat, right? With 2 different GPS units, and we got actually within 0.5% of the radius of the Earth.
Doing what?
Do you want to see that data?
Yes, email it to me.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Doing what?
It's raw ECEF data, which is XYZ Cartesian coordinates.
Which has an R value in it.
No, it doesn't.
A GPS? So does it use Cartesian coordinates or does it integrate the R value? Did you physically measure the Earth?
So how would you? We can't use
lasers.
We can't use cameras because this matches with the supposed
No, it doesn't.
curvature.
No, because if I go back the next day, it won't look
I've
the
done
same.
the math. You haven't. You just saw this for the first time.
I know for a fact if I go back the next day, it won't look exactly the same.
What does that mean?
Because that means it just changes based on
How's it flat
atmosphere.
then? What's the best flat Earth?
Right,
evidence?
okay,
listen, I've been around since late 2014. I was one of the first.
Then you're not going to come around, brother. Flat Earth's not for you, bro.
No. Listen, I listen to you, okay, about all this mask shit, about this vaccine, all this.
You know what? A part of me really wishes I could go back and talk to my
9/11,
teacher.
all these conspiracies.
Like as an adult.
But what I think this whole thing is a psyop.
I hear you.
They come in and they say, oh,
like,
I've heard that.
the same thing
Remember
as the
that
flat earthers.
conversation?
I've heard that theory.
Yeah, I'm just
I've heard
saying.
that. And they do that. They do that.
I'm just saying, you guys can be shown everything and anything, and you'll never.
I debate astrophysicists, bro. I debate astrophysicists, right? So like when they can't answer any of my questions, dude, I had to give up 6 figures to do this. Like I promise you, I don't just. Well, that's honest. I don't just want to believe it's
I
flat.
don't know that you're that higher.
I got a sales representative. Why?
I own several businesses. I wouldn't marry you.
Because of what I say on the internet.
You're woke in a good way, not the liberal shit.
Because of what I say on the internet, though, right? Like if you never heard me talking about Earth and stuff on the internet.
You can't sit there and critically understand and go over your own flat Earth claims.
Why'd I have the highest percentage of sales in the company when I worked for less than a month? So then you say I'm not hireable, but that's not okay.
To me.
Okay, fair enough. Because you disagree with me about the Earth, bro, right? But anyway, here's the point, man. So the Earth has to curve at a certain rate, and you know that. Okay. So when you show me that footage, if I go back the next day and there's a different amount of obstruction, then you can't say it's Earth curvature. So you can't say it's Earth curvature ever.
Then you can't say it's flat.
No, it's because that's what you would expect on a flat Earth.
When flat Earth started, it was all observations. Okay, we can see too far. Okay?
We still can. We still can.
Not at Great Salt Lake. I have probably 20 different videos from drones, from P900s, from Nikon D3200s. I'll show you anytime.
Okay.
You can explain.
And you agree that the horizon's always at a different place?
No, not
Hey,
really.
we're gonna bounce.
Bruh, I documented for 9 months around the whole
Hey,
U.S.
what's your name?
Austin,
Austin, I'm JoJo.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. You got a card? You got a card?
I think I have your card. I have
Okay, cool.
this one.
I've been around
Cool.
for 7 years.
That works.
Yours?
No, here's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And that'll take you to all my stuff, and that'll tell you where to go to.
Just like, what do
You know, I would love to interview. I'm starting up a podcast.
Yeah?
Called
Email.
The Fourth Wall Break.
DM, you have Instagram?
I do.
Just DM me on Instagram, and we'll
Okay,
figure it out.
let's do it.
I have like a million interview offers, but I'll try to remember you. Just remind me of where you met
I
me.
can only imagine you do. So.
Put in the subject heading where you met me,
Yeah.
and I'll remember.
Okay, I'll message you tomorrow,
email.
and I'll literally say,
Or
hey,
DM.
drum circle yesterday.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, nice to meet you. Stay open-minded. It sounds crazy, but
Honestly, I remain open-minded.
cool, yeah.
All right, let's go. Bye.
They lied about the Earth, bro. Don't make it weird. I want to go ask all the people I've never heard about it.
Oh, you gotta run away.
No, run away, bro.
Come on, you run away from
Okay, all right.
Somebody who
All right.
knows
So when we
it's been around longer than you
then
is
answer this
flat.
question. Then when we saw the mountains from 273 miles away, and there should be 3 miles of Earth curvature, how do we see the mountains?
Are you talking about J2?
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not a J-Tolan picture.
Malibu.
It's not a J-Tolan
high
picture.
above. There's actually 6,000 feet of
Earth's-
being obstructed.
Earth's longest
Where are you
photograph.
talking about?
It's
Okay.
called.
That's been
I forgot the
debunked
name
so
of
many
it.
times.
So explain it. Yeah,
That's
explain
been
it.
debunked so many times.
How?
They went up there on a specific day to get that because they knew the refractive index.
So those
was gonna
mountains aren't
happen.
actually there.
They are there. They're being refracted.
So
out.
those aren't actual mountains we're seeing.
Perfectly refracted.
What you're seeing there is a mirage.
And you think we're crazy?
Do you guys ever look at like the counter arguments? I understand.
Yes.
I
You
understand
have to
fighting
claim.
up it.
Yeah,
I
the
went to
counter
high
argument.
school.
I took this picture of Hawaii. Oahu's 93 miles away. You shouldn't be able to see 93 miles away. How high? That's 156 feet
Why
elevation.
aren't you at the sea level? Can you see it?
156 feet elevation. What does it matter?
Can you see it?
At sea level, I can still see it, yes.
Oh, where's that picture?
That's at the water. That's a mountain I'm on. I mean, it's elevated. I don't jump in the water to take a picture. I have to be on the island. The island's 156
When I
feet
said what
elevation.
altitude? Like, what
156.
altitude is the camera?
156 feet elevation.
You just said that.
156.
Okay, so why aren't you at the beach?
Because that's in the water. I don't want to stand in
It's
the
an
water.
island and then water.
So how do I see it? More better question for you. Why do I see the island? That's my question to you. Why do I see it? I've done the math right there. Do you know the math? Have you done the math?
I haven't seen the picture.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's my proof. That's
So how
my
much of
proof.
this? How much of the mountains are missing?
Pardon?
How much of the mountain is actually missing?
How much of the map is missing?
How much of the mountain is missing?
All of it. I look at. Can you see the shoreline right there? The whole mountain's there.
It looks like a mountain.
The highest mountain's 4,025 feet. Curvature should be 4,026 feet. I should see 0 feet.
You should see none of the mountains. So how can we see
8
it?
inches per mile square. Or
Yes.
you're taking the,
8 inches per mile square. That's what I do.
so you're not taking the observer height into effect?
I did 156 feet. I took that into effect. There's multiple
8
calculators
inches per mile
online.
square.
Earth curve calculator.
Curvature calculators out online.
So wait, listen, man, listen. You asked me why I don't look at both sided arguments. I objectively do. Your side of the argument, objectively, no matter what you say right now, is that that's not actually there. That's a refraction, and if that's not actually there, that just looks like it's there. I'm not gonna believe that. I don't
What I
believe
showed
that.
you, you're saying that's not there. The buildings that I showed you?
No, I never said that.
So what is it? What's happening?
The atmospheric
Why can't you see half the building?
Because the atmospheric conditions change day to day. And if I
So
go
it's
back,
not actually there.
no, the buildings are there.
It's actually sinking.
The horizon is an apparent location that changed based on the atmosphere.
Perspective.
So if we go back the next day and it's clearer, I can see more of the buildings. The Earth doesn't breathe in and out, bro.
So you're saying that sometimes you can see the whole buildings yet at 150 feet. That
I never said you could see the whole building
So why not?
because the water's usually not still.
See, you have another excuse. It was angular resolution.
Dude, this is
before.
being streamed, bro.
When I don't care. I came over here because you're here.
Okay.
So before it was angular resolution. Now it's something else.
No.
All these variables.
Yeah, it's called.
whatever
You have to account for all the variables, perspective and atmosphere.
Oh, perspective. How do you take perspective into effect?
Based on your observer height, you have a certain angle of view. So when you increase your angle, you can see further. And angular resolution limit, it depends on your eyes or the optical
Your
limit.
keywords, buzzwords.
Just Google it.
What's the math?
I don't remember the equation. It doesn't matter.
So just buzzwords.
So you're saying that are you saying
You sound slick.
Are you saying
you sound
perspective
slick,
isn't real?
But you're talking nonsense.
What's your math?
Are you saying
Bring it
perspective isn't
perfectly
real?
Back up straight to see my island. What's your math?
I'm asking him a question.
Yeah.
I said you should answer
So are
that
you saying
question.
perspective
You
isn't
don't
real?
know what you're actually saying.
All right, we're gonna talk other mine
You
unless
don't know what you're actually saying.
yes, I do.
He does.
Based
You're
on
just saying buzzwords.
no, based on how high you are above the Earth, you have a different angle of view. Is that true or not true?
Pythagoras formula.
Yeah, if you're up in an airplane, you're going to have a more angular view.
Yeah.
Is that would that happen on a flat Earth?
On anything.
Okay, so
Square.
okay,
Sure.
so you have to know your observer height. That's your angular view, and then you also need to know the atmospheric conditions.
So how do you do that?
Well, humidity, temperature fluctuations, there's a
You
plethora.
just kind of buzzword it in.
What are you talking about?
Atmosphere. That's
Just,
real.
guys, you
Hey,
can
watch
just
this.
say
Watch this.
words.
Is the
That's good
is the
enough for you.
horizon
You know the
physical
heat
or
of the sun.
apparent?
Is it physical or apparent?
Yeah.
Let's see. When I was on Nathan Oakley's the very last time about 2 years ago, he asked the same exact question.
Do you know the
And
answer
guess
yet?
what? It was actually, is the horizon Earth curve? That's what he asked me.
Is the horizon physical or apparent?
It matters where you're at.
What?
It makes
What is it?
it's
What is
actual curvature. It's physical. It's
Right.
actual curvature.
It has to be there.
Has to be
There's a
physical.
ball.
What if you're really close to a mountain and you're looking up?
What is,
How do you bring a boat over with my P900? How do I bring it back?
is the horizon physical or apparent?
Why does it appear again?
That's my question to you.
That's perspective.
So perspective
angular
makes
resolution.
things go over
That's why it looks like it
something.
disappears.
The flat Earth. It goes over the flat Earth.
No, it just
No, it
disappears in the
disappears.
So the
distance.
sunset, same thing.
Yeah.
Yes!
I've seen
That's what it
videos.
says.
I can zoom in,
It just-
bring the sun back in with my
It goes
P900.
15 degrees per hour.
It brings it back.
And then it magically
gets too far away and you can't see it anymore. Yeah.
Is that how it happens?
Objectively, yes. Yes.
So
you can't
you
see
keep saying,
forever.
and most flat earthers have dropped this for a while, that you can zoom in and start to see more of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nonsense. They
I have my
dropped that
P900.
a long
Well,
time
I have like hours of doing it.
literally
Yeah.
went to Bear Lake.
where I zoom in.
You have a
zoom
P900?
out. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he zooms out on the building, and you can start to see less of the building when you zoom out.
That's the building when you zoom out.
Yeah.
Angular resolution.
And I asked you, would it be the same if I went back the next day? And you said no.
Because of atmosphere. Sometimes
Thank you.
can't see it.
Thank you.
So
I'm
it's
not saying
always
that it goes
apparent.
up or down. I'm not saying it goes
point.
up or down to help flat Earth or to hurt the globe Earth. I'm saying that sometimes you can't see because of basically mirages and shit.
Can you
Is the
ever
horizon
see the
physical?
curvature?
Yeah.
Can you ever see the physical curvature? Is it possible?
Well, but because I'm going around trying to people never heard of it, and he watches my channel, came out here just to argue.
This is totally zoomed in.
He heard about it in 2014, you know?
Over 500 feet are being obstructed.
I'm like a plant the seed, and like if you think it's crazy, leave it alone. If you want to look into it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying, because I know it's censored, so I just want everybody to hear it, bro. Yeah, flat Earth is super censored. Like,
No, I watch
does
Flat
that-
Earth
does it ever
videos,
change?
and my YouTube feed is
promotes it. All right, we're gonna move to. What's up?
No, run away.
Run away.
Yeah, let's have a serious chat where we do like a structured debate. Where we 5-5-5 because you steamroll people, and I'm not gonna get steamrolled by you because I'm not gonna put up your shit. But
You're just already being toxic.
I'm real. No, we're both real. So I'm not talking to you.
Is the horizon physical or apparent?
What does that even mean?
Can
Is
you
it a
ever
physical
see
location?
A physical horizon. Is it possible?
So I'm gonna fall into your trap of saying,
Dude!
oh, he's gonna say me.
It has to be.
So I'm running
It's a
away.
simple question. I won't say anything after. Can you see a physical horizon ever?
What does that mean, physical horizon?
Meaning you see where the ball starts curving away from you.
Yeah. The ball starts
The sphere, the
curving away
oblate
from
clear
curvature. So
one.
when we look over there or over there, let's just think this right here. Our horizon right here.
That's a physical horizon
is
right
that,
there.
yes.
That's physical.
That's physical. Yeah.
It's a hill. So to me, that's going to be more physical than if I was 100 miles away.
Okay, so
Right? So there's
second
gonna be some
question.
differences.
We're on the beach, right? We see the line where the sky meets the water. Is that the physical horizon? Is that where the ball physically starts turning?
I'm indifferent.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is if you believe in a globe, it has to be there. You can't be indifferent. It physically has to be there. It's just really loud.
So what is physicality even like?
Physical, tangible, material.
It means you can't bring it
Actual.
back. You can't bring it back over the curve.
So the boat or these buildings, like the bottom of these
If you're
buildings.
standing on top of that,
bottom of these.
Can I
go
zoom
down
through the hill?
I
Yeah.
can zoom in and back and see you
Exactly.
from that hill.
Can we
It's a
zoom through that
physical
hill?
curve. Why
Can we
do it on
zoom
Earth?
through the hill?
Why can we zoom back in?
Of course not.
I don't understand where you guys are going.
Okay, if the Earth is a ball, then it curves like this. It's physical, that hill. I can't zoom in through the hill, okay? But we can see things disappear and zoom in and bring it back. So it's not a physical horizon, it's an apparent location. It's apparent, it's
Why can you do
perspective.
that? Why?
Like
Why
the
can't we do
water
that?
never actually touches the sky. It just looks like it. It's apparent. Yeah.
That's flat Earth, brother.
Welcome.
Because on a globe Earth, that has to happen.
You can't bring it
So
back.
I just showed you these buildings every day. We could go tomorrow. They show like
What is that
it's
proof?
cold. It's
No.
perfectly cold. So no. I can't zoom in and find the bottom of the buildings. There's 400 plus feet of these buildings being obstructed.
Does it look the same every day?
I've already answered this question.
And the answer was no.
That was a hot sunny day, right? I see
No,
it's sunny.
this was a great day. Like right now, it'd be beautiful. Dude. That's when it's cooler.
The film you took was a sunny
So-
day.
so you're
It looked
saying
like a
that-
sunny day, right? Yeah.
So
So
is-
the heat refracts off the water.
It was cold. So it was one of my best days.
Are you saying, my question is, in your video, are you saying that's physical Earth curvature that's blocking the buildings? Because if the Earth's a ball, it has to physically block your view.
This doesn't make any sense. I know it makes sense.
All right, brother.
to you guys, but it doesn't make sense.
Like, yeah, if you have a pregnant lady and she moves her hand down here, she can't see her hand because her stomach blocks
This
her.
is physical. It's still. Is it not apparent that I don't understand?
No, it has to
It's
physically be
physical
there.
and apparent.
Okay, so you're saying it is physical.
Apparently, you're looking with your visual optics.
Okay.
Apparently.
So you're saying it's a physical location.
These buildings, of course.
No, the horizon.
At the very end of the horizon.
That's blocking the
pot of
buildings.
gold at the rainbow. Yeah, it's there. It's fucking there.
Okay,
dude.
so whenever,
Go there.
listen, when part of the buildings are being blocked by the horizon, You're saying that's Earth curvature, a physical place that's
I'm
blocking
saying
it.
this goes against flat Earth.
You can't just keep saying that.
That's the first time.
It doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. Like, because if I go back the next day, then you'll see more or less of the buildings based on the atmosphere. Okay, so it's not a physical place based on the math of a sphere, a radius value. It's not that. It's just an apparent location based on the atmosphere. It's not that.
I don't get it.
Well, no.
Welcome to flat Earth.
No, when you said it proved a globe Earth.
I never said it proved.
You said that debunked flat Earth.
That's a non sequitur, dude. Proving flat Earth just proves jumping like.
You said it debunked flat Earth. I just proved it doesn't. It would only work on a flat Earth.
How?
Because the globe Earth has to have a physical location like that, a physical obstruction like that. Because of geometry.
Okay. So, like I said before, when you actually put this in the curve calculator, I'm sorry you got attacked first off. That's bullshit.
It's all good.
There's a bunch of fucking libtards down here, dude.
Yeah.
Like retards, dude. But anyway, I agree with you. This is my whole problem with flat Earth.
You think that flat Earth's a psyop?
I understand. Okay. It takes people that think like us and separates us. Right?
Sure.
It surely does, because so many of my friends went to flat Earth, like events, guys, like all these people that I knew for 10 plus years talking about 9/11, all these things, and it totally divides us. Like me and you, we agree on way more than we disagree on. So yes, we're going to agree to disagree on flat Earth, but there's no end to this, man. You see all of your leaders chill out, like Mark Sargent going to Australia, getting money, all this stuff, dude. I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of people are trying to make money off this thing, and it has been for a long time. And wouldn't we used to call those people shills? Like people who would
I
sell
don't think
out
Mark
flat
Sargent.
Earth
I don't think Mark Sargent's a shill. I met him. Why do you think he's a
He went
shill?
to Australia, got money, and was making fun of flat Earth, and he's like, "Oh, that's to bring it into the conversation." Is it like that should be fucking treasonous to you guys? But he's such a fucking god in flat Earth because of the flat Earth blues.
Not really. He's not a god.
He talks about the same shit, movie references.
And when you go to YouTube and you type in flat, when you go to YouTube you type in flat Earth, he's one of the few that will actually still sneak through the algorithms. And then you'll find him, he'll find me, he'll
Isn't that
find.
kind of suspicious then?
No, he'll end up finding all the real people.
All the mainstream CNN.
No, I'm saying
shit's at the top, and then oh, there's Mark Sargent.
He played the game smart. Like I don't agree with that, the way he says everything, but I don't care. I want the truth to get out.
What if what you're saying and all this energy is not right?
What if what you're protecting, which is a government lie, is wrong?
I've explored flat.
Have you understood the
I've tested
ramifications of the
flat
lie?
Earth. Like I said,
How did you test it?
You guys are amazing! Thank you!
One video.
Thank you!
So I've been to the Great Salt Lake over on Antelope Island many times, and you can
Like I'm blind.
you
Hell
can
yeah, I'm blind.
not here, not here. Really? Okay. Well, not here.
There has to be a geometric edge. If it's a sphere.
Yeah, we were just talking to him about that. It has to be a hill like that.
Right.
So it has to be a
Physical
hill.
edge.
That's why I wanted to keep going and interviewing people, man. And it's no
I'll leave
disrespect,
you in a
man.
minute. No, you're good. I said you run away from debate and you came right back. So
I don't run from debate, man. I get excited about debate. I wanted to go to Berkeley and debate astrophysics professors, bro.
We went to Antelope Island tomorrow.
Okay.
This is 26 miles away. This is
Show
Great
it.
Salt
Show
Lake.
it.
As you look up on the causeway, let's go back here. So this is zoomed in P900 max. And I have probably 10 videos just like this. Sometimes, yes, there's like some logs and stuff like that, but you never see the full thing. This is over 400 feet that is being obstructed. The Mormon building right here is 420 feet high.
I don't want to talk to Glovers. I want to talk to like people I don't
You don't
know.
want to take overs. You want to try to convince people.
I want people to hear the info they never
So
heard.
half this building is being obstructed.
He said he heard about it in 2014. So he's already decided that he's not going to.
doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Up to the actual base of the building.
The wheels were turning.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't realize things compress.
That's why I do this, man. It's just to like, I don't think I'm going to necessarily convince someone right then. It's just like make them think. Yeah, bro.
That's all you do. You don't have
Because when I heard about it, dude, I went crazy. I was like, I need to know if this is real. You know, I wanted to know.
Trying to disprove it for like 6 months.
Dude, exactly. And you can't. You
You
can't.
feel you spin it? You feel you spin it?
$500.
Dude, exactly. Wanted to test it. Dude, exactly. And if you're honest about trying to test it, dude, then you end up where we
You
are.
wouldn't feel 1,037 miles an hour. What about
this is so
66,600 miles an hour? You wouldn't feel that?
Yeah, through the galaxy.
You think the moon's 238,000 miles
We're
away?
actually orbiting the
That's
sun.
weird.
attracted to ellipticals. So don't you think if this time you would feel a change in motion at 60, even at 1 mile an hour, at 66,000
Yeah. Yep. And dude, when the sun's directly over you, it's the hottest. It's because it's close to you, bro. Dude, as it goes away, it gets colder, man. It's so obvious. It's so
My dad's a pilot in Vietnam, and when I told him about the plane flying level, he goes, "That's why we don't adjust for curvature." His wheels were turning. He started reading my books. And he's on board with me about my mom's.
still
Wishy-washy.
Yeah. That's cool though, man. Some people, dude, I know numerous pilots. I used to work at a private airport, and I would just ask them. I'm like, I mean, you never accounted for the Earth curving, right? And they're like, well, no, of course not. I'm like, because it doesn't curve, bro.
Exactly. And then the humble ones will actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's hit or miss. You can't wake everyone up. Some people still think that 2 planes knocked down 3 buildings, and that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. There's some crazy energy out here.
For 3 weeks.
No, it took me 3 because I was so conspiratorially minded. I went through the cruise, all this stuff when they first came out. This place is gone. So I was sitting there trying to like, oh my God. And so I looked at astronomy, I looked at all these places. Big burger, and it doesn't. You
can answer all 200 questions. It's the easiest. You can answer all of them.
Repeats, absolutely.
Oh, okay. How do you have the second? Due to the second law of thermodynamics.
Entropy. Let's bring entropy up. What's the equation?
What's the equation?
For entropy.
Doesn't matter.
You guys just have buzzwords.
Wait, what's the answer?
That's all it is just
how
buzzwords.
does gas pressure sit next to a vacuum? What's the answer?
Let's see. How does 10 millibar sit next to 9 millibar? As we go up on a mountain, it starts to get less and less and less. And as you go up in an airplane, the airplane's going.
Yeah, that's pressure gradient.
Oh, so there's a pressure gradient.
Yeah.
You guys believe in the pressure gradient, but it can't go up to near zero, right? So it can go very close to zero, but it can't go to
because it has to have. You have to have pressure to have a pressure gradient.
So we're in a pressurized system, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to flat Earth.
And there's a gradient.
Right.
So where does the gradient stop?
At the containment.
So there's a dome.
There's a container.
Okay, so there's a dome.
I've never mapped it out, so that would be.
What if the container was the ground? It's heaviest down here. You
What?
never thought of that one, huh? It's heaviest down here. It's lightest up there.
No, there's something containing the gas pressure.
So there's a dome.
There has to be something
Allen
containing.
gradation belts. That's what NASA says.
Yeah.
Terry
I
Burke
used
said
to listen to
that.
Nathan Oakley. I've been on there many times.
Okay, so anyway.
John. Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna move on. It's like, dude, you can email me, but I just want to hit people that because the viewers are gonna be bored. They've heard the Globe Zealots before.
Okay. Yeah. Get on to him. Let him do his final speech.
Okay.
So pathetic, dude.
Why do you watch me then?
Because you have a lot of good stuff to say. Like
I know, bro, and you should rethink this, bro.
90% of what you say,
Dude.
I can agree with. When you're talking about
Welcome
6
to
Has that not made you think? Maybe, just maybe.
Welcome
Come
to
on,
Flat
bro.
Earth. You're 90% there. You're 90% Flat Earth.
years, I was the biggest debunker before
Alright.
Red Earth.
Do you agree that NASA lies with their
They lied about
that their
stuff.
footage is fake and like that you can see their hands going through?
No, they don't.
What about when their hands go through microphones?
When did they say it was fake?
Their hands go through microphones. Their hands go through lemons.
When did they say? You said NASA said.
No, I said, do you agree that it's
It's a
fake?
container that we're in an enclosed
Okay, so
system.
when did you say that? When did they say it was fake?
No, I'm saying like.
said it was.
No, I didn't. I said it like on
We can go back
ISS.
on your video here.
Yeah, we can. I'm saying, do you agree that they fake their footage because you can watch the ISS and their hands go through microphones? How's that work?
Did you know Jeranism saw the ISS several
I've seen the
times
ISS too.
transits?
Yeah.
So it's there.
They
But
hijacked.
nobody's
There's
on
a
there?
light in the sky. Yeah.
They hijacked the light in the sky.
Oh,
How do you
okay.
verify it's 252 miles away in space?
What does that have to do with it? So
There's
it's up
something
there,
in the
nobody's
sky
on
that
there.
means nothing.
It's up there and it looks the exact shape. Even Jeranism brought it up, right? When
Yeah.
it transits.
And it's nowhere close to as far as they say.
Okay, because you guys are you don't know any math on the entropy or your angular resolution. You don't know anything.
Okay.
Any
Wait.
of your
So
buzzwords can't back
so
up.
what happened was I started by saying, how do hands go through microphones? If you were on, you're saying you're honest.
I'm happy-
If you were
I'm
honest,
happy-
you would have admitted that in the ISS they have glitches in their footage.
Let's-
You're being
let's both-
dishonest.
let's
You're being
both find
dishonest.
agreements. So there's something up there that looks like the ISS. Maybe people aren't on there.
you occasionally see it's like less than 1% of the time you see a transit when it goes across the moon.
And it looks like the ISS.
Sure.
Not exactly.
But it looks just
Not
like
exactly.
it's just like a satellite looking thing, which could be a ton of things.
So let's just say maybe there's not people there.
Okay, and now the question is, how do we know it's 252 miles
minutes?
up?
How do they do 45 minutes of witnesses? I understand that you guys say there's
There is no 45 minutes of. There's not.
Yeah, there is.
Unedited footage.
Yes.
Really, send it to me.
It's called the ISS documentary. It's the girl that you
Oh,
guys
it's a
used to-
documentary
the
and it's
Medusa.
live streamed, unedited footage.
No, live streamed. You
So-
just threw in that.
So it's
little
fake.
caveat.
It's fake. So you know the government lies about all kinds of stuff, and you think NASA's the one exception?
It's a non sequitur.
No, I'm asking.
If you lied
I
about one
wanna
thing,
know-
it doesn't mean that you've lied about
So do
everything.
you think NASA's the one governmental agency that
It's
doesn't
false
lie?
equivalence.
They worked with Nazis, admittedly. Why would I believe
And
them?
I know Operation Paperclip. Wow.
But I physically measured the surface and it's not curving. So
Okay. See, you're just jumping now.
no, I'm saying I don't believe the
Jumping
government.
from subject to subject.
I don't believe the government, and when I tested what they said, you can debunk
45
it.
minutes, right?
That's not real.
You asked, oh, okay, it's not real. So how are they floating for 45 minutes?
They didn't. They didn't.
Uncut.
It's uncut.
Yeah.
Really?
Literally. You
You're
guys
the
remember
authority.
the lady with the Medusa hair that you guys used to make fun of?
Yeah, the hairspray girl.
That's the video.
It's 45 minutes uncut.
Yeah.
And you know it's uncut.
Because you can watch.
Okay, bro.
You can watch it. Go
Okay.
watch it.
I can watch Superman. I just want
So
to talk
you
to
think
you.
it's cut?
I think that 100% fact they're not floating for 45 minutes. That's right. It is cut. We've actually caught the cuts. So you haven't looked into it honestly.
You've caught the cuts on this one.
Yeah. The one that all the
didn't know about
you just remember what a globe, like, do you watch Moon or something?
No,
Like,
no. Let's talk about one thing at a time.
But I want to talk to other
You wanna
people.
talk about this hippie circle, but you have libtards over here. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun.
Well, at
Anyway,
least they've never heard of it.
So 45 minutes.
Maybe they'll
uncut.
come to the fact that there's a
So you're
creator
gonna-
and they
you're
should
gonna
stop
have a
being
video.
morally degenerate.
You're gonna have
and
a
then,
video
and then I'll get a
showing how
jewel
they
in
did
my
it.
crown.
You're gonna have a video at every single cut that they did in this video where they followed the lady around. You're gonna have the video because you're telling
So
everybody right now.
if there's one cut, will you admit that you were wrong?
No.
So dude, this is pointless. We're out. We're out. We're out. Hey, have you guys ever heard the Earth's flat? You guys ever heard the Earth's flat? Sounds crazy?
Fuck yeah.